Hey YouTube, welcome back to my cycling obsession. I think last time we went through the mountain bike, and this time we're going to cover off, I guess, really three bikes all in one. So this is my Open Cycles UP. I think stands for unpaved, something like that. But it's from Open Cycles, which is an offshoot of one of the owners of, I guess, Cervelo. And I think they started in 2015. This is a 2017 second generation edition of Open. It's I guess they call it a gravel bike, but I also use it for road and for cyclocross. And I'll show you how that works in a second. So, just to go over some of the basics, we've got Ultegra group set with an Ultegra RX on the back, which has a clutch, which helps keeping the chain slapped down. Also have rotor cranks on the front. They're oval. I didn't mention that from my mountain biking fun, but I also have oval cranks on my mountain bike. And for a bigger guy and for the off-road riding I do, really it just gives me that little bit extra grip, at least I find, for those rocky, rooty climbs. I think it works well with both bikes, and that's why I have it on both, and I really do like it. For components, stem and seat posts are both Zip SLs. I've tried to make this gravel bike as light as possible because it shares road duties as well. So I think in its road configuration it comes in at about 18 pounds, just a little bit over 18 pounds, and again that's an extra large. So I've made everything I could as light as possible, but again as durable as possible. Like I mentioned before, I'm a big guy, so it has to last. So Ultegra rotor, Ultegra on the back from a cassette perspective, Ultegra brakes, Zip seat, stem, Zip extended Garmin holder. That works well because you can get a camera on the bottom or anything else you want on the bottom, and then your headset on the top. I use a Garmin 520 Plus. What else? WTB Silverado seat. I like WTBs for both my mountain bike and my gravel bike, and I guess this is my road bike as well. Disc brake, of course, and again, those are Ultegra as well. So like I mentioned, this would be my fast gravel setup, and I've got 40 wide, I think those are O'Donnelly, or what used to be called Clements wheels, USH, so they have a nice strip down the middle for some fast road riding and some grip on the side for some gravel. So this would be my gravel race bike setup. I've got a small Racing Apodura underbag that carries all my tools. It's got two sides, or two separate components, so that works. And then my food goes in this dark speed top bag. So that's the fast gravel setup. And then when I want to go for a road ride, which I'll be switching over lately, and that's why I don't have my pedals on. Usually I have HT or Candy pedals, and I wear more of a cross-country racing shoe, an RX8 racing shoe. And that's why they're off, because I'm just switching up to go for a road ride tomorrow. And so when I hit the road tomorrow, I'll be putting on these NV Foundation 45 wheels. And again, everything has an Ultegra. I use 11 to 34 on all my bikes. Actually, I use a 32 on my, you'll see the next wheel set, but for road and for gravel, it's 11-34 cassette. And they all have disc brakes, and they're all in Ultegra, so everything meshes up. And these are 45, as the name implies. 45 mil deep. Those are stands, 45 mil deep. I can't remember what model stands. It's Avon, I think, STRs. So stand no tubes for gravel, and NV 45s for road. And then finally, I also have some aluminum stands, no tubes. Originally came on my mountain bike, but I've put some cyclocross rubber on there. So Terravel, the Cannonball, and they're 33 wide. So I use these for cyclocross racing. So 3 wheel sets, gravel with stands, NV 45s for the road, and stands aluminum for cyclocross racing. They're all tubeless. I believe in tubeless setup. I guess in the last couple of years during COVID, put on at least 18, 19,000 kilometers, and I've had to deal with one tire problem. Touch wood for my ride tomorrow. But so tubeless has worked on the road, on the mountain bike, cyclocross, and in the gravel racing. So all 3 sets are tubeless as well. So like I said, very light setup. One bike takes care of 3 kinds of riding. And yeah, that's my cyclocross, gravel, and road bike all in one. I hope you'd enjoyed it. If you have any questions about any of the components or how it all works together, feel free to leave them in the comments. Oh, the last thing was I had 2nd generation, instead of a 12 millimeter like every road bike is now, I have a 15 millimeter. So I wanted to go with Envy's hub at the front, but they had to do a special job for me and use some DT Swiss 240s for my Envy wheel at the front, because I have 15 mil through axle instead of a 12 mil. And that's basically it. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the tour. It's been fun. I hope you like my 3 bikes in one. And like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks.